family, welcome back. This is the Njo'kiey show. Comment, share, and subscribe to my channel if not done that. And now let's go back to our topics. As I promised earlier, I said I'm going to break down each tool of control that is used by the system to control the humankind, to keep us in check. As I said before, we have I'm going to focus on most seven pillars. Definitely the most that I can say that are being used and are still in use, and many don't yet realize that we are being controlled. Now today we are going to talk about education, the origin of education, how it is used to control us and keep us in check, and its benefits, because everything has its advantages, disadvantages. But don't forget that this is all a way to control us, to stay according to the system. Now, if you've not liked, shared my channel, please do it, family. Let's support each other as we teach other, because it's all about unlearning to relearn. We are unlearning what we were taught to learn what we were not taught, so that we can know how the world and how the system is in place. Now let's talk about education. As we were all growing up, we were always taught that education is the key to success. So we were always mentally and emotionally prepared that I'm going to work hard for better grade, for good position, so that I can have a good job like so and so, so that I can reach this high place. Nothing could tell us otherwise. And during when I was going to school, I can remember we used to study with people that were not of our age. Why? Because if you performed poorly, the teachers believed that you had to repeat classes for you to raise your grades. What now I come to realize, and it's just worrying, is to realize that when they did that, it's like forcing something. You can't force education. So when somebody is told they have to repeat the same grade to improve their marks and whatever in the positions, what many of us didn't, or our parents were so blind to know, is that no matter how much you force somebody to learn, to know, if their brain capacity, if their IQ is low, nothing could be done. You couldn't salvage. But we had different ways that we could fit in this society. Like just before, during our forefathers, everybody used to focus in what they're best in. If you're good in farming, because there are people who are very good in farming, you do that. If it is fashion, you do that. If it is the plaiting of the hair, if it is the carpentry, all these things, if it is herding the animals, we all have different things, different gifts, different capabilities, that different potentials that we can do to and contribute to the society and as a community, and everybody, you could benefit from each other using the different gifts that we were blessed by in Mother Nature. And so now, as we were told that education was the first father of education is Horace Mann. But yes, I went to school, and I was, I don't know, like maybe an average kid or a bright kid or whatever, but I was performing well in school. But when I realized that, so I thought I'm intelligent, but I know a lot, yet I know nothing. Why? Because whatever that you were taught is not the truth. Whatever that was forced on us in history classes, in geography classes, and everything is not what I'm coming to know now. And it's hard, and it is also enjoyable to know that you are unlearning. You have to deprogram yourself so that you can start learning and know exactly what is happening. So the real origin of education was in Kemet, that is in Egypt. Before it was Kemet, the land of the blacks. That's where they used to communicate during using the papyrus, writing on the walls, the hieroglyphs. The alphabet also came from Egypt. Like literally everything, medicine, education itself, the operations, everything, literally everything started in Egypt. Nothing started apart from there. All the other people, the famous philosophers we know, there's Plato, Socrates, Aristotle, all these people studied in Egypt. But when we come to school, when we come to education, when we are being taught, we are told that education came from white people. It's always white people. They don't accord the history to the right people. Education came from Egypt. Everything was copied, everything was learned from Egypt. Everything, literally everything, the different medicine, the different herbs that can be used to heal, civilization, good grooming. Like, let me say, the Africans, natural Africans, we are not illiterate as we were told to believe. So education came and it showed us that we are inferior. Look, like whatever you could watch on the TVs, the movies, everything you see, the fashion show, you could only see white people. So this was a way to keep us in check and to make us feel inferior. But in a real sense, the Africans, the melanated people, we have a very a big IQ. We are creators. Most of these things, we are the originators of them. We are the inventors. But when it comes to the limelight, the birds are nowhere to be seen. So education, the current education, is to teach us. You go to school, you are programmed. You are deprogrammed from who you are, from your culture, from your traditions, to your, let me say, from your way of life, and you start thinking as per the education wants you to. So you have to go to school, you have to study, you have to perform well. So you get programmed to think according, based on the system. Then when after education, you have to get a good job, to earn well, and to live a life. This is all programming. Most of us now knows and have realized that it's not all about education. Education is not the key. And as far as I am concerned, I don't even know anything, because I'm relearning. It's like I've gone back to school. And it's very difficult when you are learning things that are at just once. You know, in school you spend too much time, over 14 years for primary and secondary school to learn. But now you have to learn things immensely. You have to research things from different perspectives so that you can understand. So when I say education is a tool to program, it's because it is a system. You have to go to schools, you have to offer your credentials so that you can get that job. That is a program. You get programmed that I need to do this, I need to do well in school to do this. So like the current education has not been benefiting as like in Africans, because like in my country, we learn the British system. That's what we know, it's a British system. So because we are colonized by the Britons. But you can't realize that most of the things that you are taught, they don't really make sense. They don't help us in our daily lives. I know many people cannot agree with me, or many people can resonate with whatever I'm saying, because anybody who went to school, who was programmed, and they're benefiting from that financially and everything, because humans, we were made by religion and everything, that to be accepted in the society, you have to have money, you have to have a good life, you have to, all these are just starters, all these are ways to program. It's all the system, it's patriarchy. But also as Africans, we had those systems. Even Egypt, they had that system. But the system was not to control you, was not for you to get a good education, was not to make you earn better or to have status in the society. No, everybody was let to do what they are good in, so that you can contribute back to the society. It is a way, or it was a way of life. They had principles. It is a way of life. You don't do it for benefit or for money or for anything. It's just for the benefit of the society, so that for the harmony, for the oneness, togetherness, as we call it, Ubuntu. They always believed in Ubuntu. Black people, we always believed in Ubuntu, that we didn't have the currency. So if you give me this, I bring this, we combined, we become a society. So whatever you think of forcing or pushing your child to have education, oh yes, I agree, it's good for your children to have education. It's very good to have education, because that's the current century we are in about education. Now we are moving from the education to technology, and very soon most of the things that used to make sense to us are no longer going to make sense. It's going to be hard to adapt to new things. Okay. And it's also good to go with the it's not good and it's good. What you have to do is don't let the system control you. Don't let the system program you into not being an overthinker, to think outside what you are programmed to. Okay. And use everything. Take your time to learn about other things. Out of research, there are very many things that you can use out there to learn and to know that definitely education doesn't make you wise, doesn't make you intelligent. And you know, one more thing that I want to remind you, family, when somebody tells you something that you feel like you can resonate with, but you don't understand, stop always asking for the link. Stop always asking for the lead, for the research. Some of the things that you see people teaching or talking about, they're not written. During our forefathers, education was orally. It was not written, transcribed. So some of the knowledge, some of the things people want to share with you don't have a link, a research where you can go. It's something that it's like I don't know which good word to use, but some knowledge it's passed from one person to another. It's or some of us, we just tend to know our lives before, because some of us, we do believe in the past lives, in the reincarnation and everything. So when somebody teaches you something, take time, take what benefits, what doesn't resonate with you, just let it go. But as I said, education is just a way to program us. It's not there to benefit humankind. It's a tool, it's a system, it's all in the system. As I leave you to think about that and to research and to learn more, what I want to say is, during this 21st century, the worst kind of group that we'll have are people who are not illiterate. Those are not the difficult people that we'll have to handle during these hard times. But the 21st century, the most difficult people that will be difficult and complex to reason with are the educated, the literate ones, because they don't want to unlearn. This means, yes, you are educated, yes, you know a lot, but you have to unlearn what you are programmed into knowing, and to stop believing and to start knowing, and learn to learn. And I think that is enough for today. Next time, God willing, I'll come with one of the main pillars. Till then, take care and be blessed. And vibrate higher. We are living in very difficult times. Vibrate higher and don't let yourself caught up in the matrix. Till then,